Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today's Sunday, February 25th. I thought today we'd talk about raising kids and what needs to be changed and how society looks at things. Stay tuned. Alright, so welcome back. My name is Eric, if you didn't know it. I have a weekday show, Monday through Friday. And on the weekends, I kind of go off on different topics that I think will help somebody. Okay? So today's topic is on kids, raising kids. And the way society has shifted. I mean, my kids were called, the TV generation, where a lot of parents were allowing the TV to raise their child, instead of having them go out and play and do things. I mean, it wasn't that way with us because the kids were on the farm and they had chores and stuff like that. And we didn't watch a lot of TV. And video games were just coming onto the market then. And what I've seen is a progression of these video games get more gorier, and parents not monitoring what their kids are doing online and offline. And I've seen where kids will tell their parents, well, it's none of your business. I got news for you. It's all your business. Until that child reaches 18 years of age and is underneath your roof, it's your business. If they stay till they're 21, it's still your business. Your house, your rules, and I will know what you're doing and where you're at. When my kids were growing up, the internet was just starting. And what I was telling them is, because you had Yahoo Chat, a couple of others, is anyone you get into a discussion with, all I can tell you, if you don't know them personally, picture a 50-year-old bald guy. Yeah. And that's like today. A lot of these kids are conversing with somebody that is an adult and is portraying themselves as a child. Sad, huh? Yep. Welcome to the new style internet. When it comes to video games, in a video game, I mean, they're showing graphic blood and everything else. But with a video game, they can get through so far and hit reset and start again, right? All the players get back up and we all start again. In real life, if you take that sense of being insensitive, desensitized, and your child has a real gun and shoots somebody, then they just can't hit a reset and have everybody okay again. And they don't know the difference. Because to them, it's still a game in their mind. And I know that the big thing is going to be, well, not all kids that play video games, end up hurting somebody. I didn't say that. I'm just saying that you really need to, as a parent, know what your child is doing 24/7. And I don't care if they think that's being intrusive. Too freaking bad. That's what parents do. And I should tell my kids, look, I'm not your friend. I'm your dad. I don't need to have you like me all the time. Doesn't matter. But what I will do is I'll keep you safe and out of harm's way. That's my job. A lot of parents are trying to raise their kids as friends. Oh, my mom is my best friend. Well, if she's your best friend, then she couldn't have been much of a mom, right? Because moms lay the laws down too. And you don't always love your mom. Now, if you get up into later years where you're in your 30s and you realize why your mom was being strict in your eyes, because now you're raising kids and you're going through the same thing, and you say, Mom was my best friend, I can agree with that part. But if you're a teen saying that, I don't know. It makes me wonder, just how mom is clamping down on you, and what is she doing to be your best friend instead of having a best friend and letting her be mom. Same thing with dads. You have to raise your kids right. Good morals, good values. What's going on today? Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to put the effort in. They think things should be handed to them. And if somebody else gets ahead, then society says they're bad. Why are they bad? Well, because they're getting ahead. All right? They're applying themselves. You're not. If you applied yourself just a little bit, you would get ahead. Maybe you get out of mom and dad's basement or your old bedroom that you've never left. That's what I mean by being parents. The generation that's behind us, I don't know what happened. What are you 20 and 30-year-olds doing still living to home with no job? Do you think society owes you something? Maybe what you need to do is talk to somebody that gone through the Depression, but there's very few of them left. We called them hoarders. And they never threw anything away. They found a use for everything because they had to make do with nothing. All their money was gone. Jobs gone. In food lines. But yet, you're going to whine to me that you're not getting a certain thing for dessert and you have it tough. No. I mean, parenting is not easy, especially in this day and age where you have, your woke group. I mean, just look at all these ones doing the smash and grab. If that was one of my kids and they were part of that, I'd have by the back of the neck, dragging them home, and then I'd kick their living ass. How dare you? Because you are an extension of me and how I raised you. I do take that personally. Because if I screwed up on raising you, it's on me. What everybody else is doing, I don't care. You know it's wrong. All these people know it's wrong. And I know it's hard being a parent nowadays, but it was hard back then too. Well, I'm dealing with the woke group. Okay. There's not much of a change since back when I was raising our kids to people now raising their kids. There's not. Unless you deem society is more important than your job as a parent. Your job as a parent is to teach your child that it's okay to excel. If you put your time in and you get better grades, it's because you applied yourself in the right direction. And the kids would get home from school and get out of their school clothes, and they would sit there and they would work at their schoolwork at the dining room table. And a lot of times, if they had a test coming up, they would help each other with, the 2x4, whatever the cards there, flashcards. But they would use that, to help each other. And the more you applied yourself, the more you wanted to learn how to do it, the better you became and the higher grade you would get in the end, right? But that's not how it's being taught. If somebody gets 100 on their test because they applied themselves, and another person gets a 60 because they did nothing except for show up for class, they didn't do any of the homework, they didn't do any studying, but we can't have that child feel bad. Bullshit. That child should feel bad. If you're not applying yourself, why would you expect anything else? And that goes to anything you do in life. If you're unwilling to apply yourself, it's never going to amount to anything. And you can sit back and you can blame everybody, but in the end, it's on you, right? It's on me. It's, the thing that, when you think of society and woke and all, it's a small aspect of the whole, right? And that means that whoever hollers the loudest gets the attention. And it could be the smallest minority group ever. But they'll be heard where you won't, because you're the gentle giant. You're the quiet guy. And that's what most of the population is we don't create waves. We do our jobs. We do what we need to do. And we hope that this phase will pass quickly, because it's shown it doesn't work. What are we teaching our kids right now? The smash and grab is okay as long as it's under $1,000. What? Well, that's what society, that's what the TV keeps talking about, is that as long as you're under $1,000, I believe it is, from stealing from a retail place, that you won't get in trouble. And good chances are, even if you are of age, you will be back out on the streets before they can get the paperwork done on you. Again, what are we teaching people in general? That it's okay to do these bad things as long as you... No. It's not okay to do any of that. If it doesn't belong to you, keep your hands off it. Look at most of the stores now. You guys are screwing yourselves, especially in the inner cities. How many corporations are pulling out because they do not want their employees at risk and they're tired of having their stuff stolen? So what is that going to leave you in the city to get your groceries? If Walmart's pulling out, your A&Ps, all these are gone because they can't stay in business the way. I guess you have to order online. But if delivery people are unwilling to come to your house because they're being stuff stolen out of their vehicles, you see where I'm going with this? There will be an end, but not a pleasant end. And you few are ruining it for the majority in your area. So I'm going to start wrapping this up. Parenting isn't supposed to be easy. It means knowing where your child is 24/7 and what they're up to. That means monitoring what they're doing online and who they're talking to. That means monitoring who they're talking to and hanging out with at school, after school, and not being their friend, being their parent, laying the law down, and this is the way it is. And just be consistent between the two of you that are raising that child. Both be on the same page and consistently push the one message. Good morals, good values, and that you can do anything you want in life if you're willing to put in the effort. So on that note, you guys have a great Sunday, and we'll catch you here bright and early Monday morning. Thanks so much for watching.